Swantek here. Ladies and gents, if you are brand new to the Snap Delivered family, and this is maybe your first time hearing about Snap, I'm just going to run a brief company overview, share a little bit about who we are, what we do as a company, how you could benefit financially by locking arms and partnering up with the Snap Delivered family. And once we finish this overview, you can definitely connect with whoever invited you to watch this information and let them know you want to learn more, or let them know you want to get started if it's something that you're interested in, you think you can help us grow, and obviously we can help you hit some of your goals and aspirations. Snap's a pretty new company. We actually pre-launched in June of last year, based out of Palm Beach County, Florida. We're participating in the restaurant delivery business, $100+ billion industry, and we're really set up to disrupt a lot of the major players with the industry, and I'll kind of explain that as we go. The corporate team, we've got Paul Michael, our CEO and founder, myself, I was a co-founder, chief operating officer, Garrett Hagen's our chief financial officer. We've got a lot of background in business, built some big sales teams, and really, like I said, we're specializing in creating some viral growth and really disrupting the restaurant delivery space. The industry growth has been booming. It's projected to hit 136 billion this year, 200+ billion by 2025. We're about a little over 100 billion right now. So anytime you can position yourself in an industry that's going to tack on another 100 billion in revenue within a few short years, 3 years, there's going to be a lot of opportunity there financially for anyone that positions themselves. The challenges that the industry faces, I mean, you've got the big players from Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub. Obviously, a lot of you guys order from these companies, and they're all doing exactly the same things. They overcharge restaurants, they overcharge customers, they take advantage of their drivers. And so this marketplace is really ripe for disruption. And if you look at the main, restaurants that are utilizing all these delivery services, there's some significant charges that they get hit by every time a delivery goes out. If you look at an average restaurant that's doing, let's say, $40 an order, and their fees, let's just call it, they're at 30%, which is pretty typical. They could go as high as 40%, but the industry average is around 30%. So an order goes out, your average order in the industry is around $40. So you're a restaurant owner, you're paying $12 to Uber or DoorDash or Grubhub for that order. If you do 20 orders a day, that's 600 orders a month, 7,200 orders per year. That's 86,000 and change on delivery fees, which is substantial. Snap Delivered, the reason we're set up to disrupt this model is because we charge a $2 flat rate. So if a restaurant had a Snap Delivered driver pick up that food instead of an Uber or DoorDash or Grubhub driver, they will save $72,000 a year if they're doing 20 orders a day, with the average order being $40. Now, if you're a restaurant owner and you can have an Uber driver pick up your food or a Snap driver pick up your food, and at the end of the year, if the Snap driver saves you $72,000 that just goes into your bank account, I can't imagine any restaurant owner who would choose another driver to pick up their food. And that's what we're seeing right now. In our short time that we've been launched, a lot of restaurants are extremely excited. And we've had a few restaurants kick the other providers out. They won't let Uber or DoorDash or Grubhub deliver their food anymore. They only want Snap delivering. Now, we don't require exclusivity, but our price points, really drive for the restaurants to push the Snap Delivered brand. The customer side, we offer the cash back program for our restaurants, for our customers, where they can refer and earn. Our drivers have the ability to refer and earn as well. Plus they get their minimum tips. They keep 100% of their tips, which the other companies really peel off part of the driver's tips, which I always thought was kind of crazy. We offer our customers lower food prices because the restaurants promote the Snap app and the Snap website because they don't want people ordering through the other providers. If you could save 70,000, that's 20 orders a day. I mean, we have restaurant clients that will save millions of dollars. They have multiple locations and they'll literally save over $1 million a year if they can convert their Uber and DoorDash and Grubhub delivery service customers to the Snap Delivered family. There's no hidden fees with our customers, whereas the other company, I mean, they'll tack in 20, 30% in fees on the back end at checkout that you don't see up front, which again, I think that's crazy, but a lot of people are busy. A lot of people have a lot of things going on in life, and it's tough for them to track every little fee when they're checking out, ordering delivery. So it's better for the restaurants, it's better for the drivers, and it's better for the customers. And when you've got something that's better for everybody, it creates an opportunity to disrupt an industry. And that's really a paradigm shift for the restaurants. You know, when you look at the way the other companies market, whether it's Uber, DoorDash, Grub, whether it's Eat Street, Delivery.com, there's a bunch of companies in the industry, and they all, you know, pay for the message to go out. They have ad agencies, venture capitalists, stockholders. They've got TV and radio spots. I mean, some of these companies put ads on the Super Bowl, millions of dollars for 30 seconds to advertise during the Super Bowl. Corporate finances, you know, they basically are shelling out their money to get that message out. Snap is completely different. We pay the messenger instead of paying for the message. So this benefits the restaurant owners and their staff. It benefits the food delivery drivers, the customers, the communities, the nonprofit organizations, and the community finances. And how we do that's pretty simple. You know, Snap is really geared for the restaurant owners who are tired of paying for you know, their food delivery services, an arm and a leg. It's set up for the delivery drivers who want an end to just living delivery to delivery to delivery, and they want a path to financial freedom. Customers who want to save money, who want to get cash back for referring and spreading the word, and also the ability to support their local communities, nonprofit organizations, business-minded individuals who are seeking extra time, free time, and obviously financial independence. There's 4 ways to earn with Snap. You can refer restaurants, refer drivers, refer customers, and you can refer customers who become what we call managers, who are wanting to really help to build the Snap brand and the Snap business throughout the United States and throughout the world. To give you an example of kind of how the payout works, if you introduce 10 restaurants and they were doing 20 deliveries a day, which is about the industry average, some will do a lot less, some will do way more. That's 200 orders a day between your 10 restaurants. You make 40 cents per order, which doesn't sound like a lot, 40 cents, but 80 orders a day, you're making $2,400 per month because you introduced 10 restaurants who are delivering 20 orders a day, day after day after day. And what if you introduce 20 drivers? And let's say those drivers were doing 20 orders a day each. That's 400 total orders, 20 cents commission. You make 20 cents every time one of the drivers you refer completes a delivery. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, 20 cents, but if you got 20 drivers doing 20 deliveries a day each, it's 80 bucks. 80 bucks a day, another 2,400 for the month. And what if you referred 100 customers? Now, it might take you 6 months to do that. It might take you 1 day to do that. Maybe you're an Instagram influencer or something. You just click on your Instagram and share the app, and you know you got 8,000 people that download. I don't know, but if over time you had 100 customers that were ordering just twice a week, you make $1 for every time a customer orders. So 100 customers ordering a couple times a week, it's a couple $100 a week, another $800 per month. So just for referring 10 restaurants, 20 drivers, 100 customers, you're making over $5,000 on a monthly basis. Now, again, some are going to refer no restaurants, no drivers, no customers. Guess what? You make $0 per month because there's no customers placing orders. Every penny we pay out is based on customers placing orders, drivers delivering orders, restaurants fulfilling orders. But you can also share this app, share this family with other people. If you share the Snap Delivered family with others, let's say you introduce 3 people that do the same thing you do. Those 3 get 10 restaurants each. So that's 30 total restaurants. You'd make $3,600 a month off of those 3 people who got 10 restaurants each. What if they each got 20 drivers? They did the same thing you did. You'd make another $3,600 off of them because of their drivers. And let's say they each got the 100 customers. That's 300 customers, $1,200. So total for the overrides, you're making $8,400 a month. If you add on your $5,600, it's $14,000 a month because you got 10 restaurants, 20 drivers, 100 customers, and you shared with 3 people how to do the exact same thing. Now, what if you just did 1/10 of that? What if you introduced 1 restaurant, 2 drivers, 10 customers, and then those 3 did the same thing? You're not making 14,000, but if everybody's doing 20 deliveries a day, you're making 1,400. So that's not bad. Bottom line is, if you had an extra $1,400 in your pocket, is there something positive you could do for yourself or your family this month if you knew there was an extra $1,400 coming this month? And what if you knew next month there was another 1,400, and the next month there was another 1,400? Would you be maybe out of student loan debt? Would your college fund for your children look a lot stronger? Would your retirement fund beef up? Would the car you drive change? Would the school your children go to change? The bottom line is $1,400. It's not going to set anybody free financially, but if you're working your job, you're working your career, you're running your business, whatever you do to make a living, and we tack on an extra $1,400, there's definitely some life-changing things you can do with that type of income if you know it's coming month after month after month after year after year after decade. And the bottom line is, we're looking to disrupt this delivery space. To get started, if you look at this and go, man, this sounds pretty good. Like, how could a restaurant not want to partner up? How could customers not want to get paid to share? How could drivers not want to make all of their tips, 100% of their tips, and be able to refer other drivers, refer restaurants, refer other customers, and make money off that as well? You can get started for free. There's no cost. You download the free app. Whoever invited you to watch this webinar, they can send you what's called a referral link. You sign up for free on our website and you're in. You start earning 20% on all your personal referrals. You refer a restaurant, they fulfill a delivery, you get paid. Refer a customer, they place a delivery, you get paid. Refer a driver, they fulfill a delivery and send it out, you get paid. So it's free, never cost you a penny. You never have to qualify for anything. You don't ever have to place an order yourself if you didn't want to. If you introduce me and I place an order, bang, you get paid $1 because you introduced the app to me. I place my order, boom, you got paid. The managers can actually not only get paid off their personal referrals, but they pay a one-time $299 fee, and they can earn 10% on what we call their second tier referrals. And they have the ability to earn up to 5 tiers, qualify for infinity overrides, a revenue sharing pool, and our round robin lead generator program. So that can really add up if you start to build an organization. If you introduce me as a customer and I start introducing my mom, who introduces my sister, and she introduces 10 restaurants, if you're the manager above, you're getting paid on all of that. If you're just a free member, that's fine. You're getting paid off everything I do. If I place an order, you get paid. If you introduce me and I own a restaurant, every time my restaurant fulfills an order, you get paid. So you get paid off your own stuff. If you decide, hey, I want to get paid off an organization, I've got a background in managing, training, and building teams, boom, you can become a manager and you can start getting paid off of that. And the training and support is second to none. If you're looking at it going, I'd love to do this, but man, I have no idea how to sign up customers. I have no idea how to get a driver to come on board with Snap Delivered. I definitely have no clue what I would say to a restaurant owner. We'll teach and train you every step of the way. We'll train you how to get restaurants. We'll train you how to get drivers. We'll train you how to bring on customers. And we have a background in this industry. Paul and myself started in the delivery space. I built a delivery company back in 2016. Up to 416 in the Inc. 500, $30 million a year in delivery, still in business today. We merged with a big company, $100 million a year company called delivery.com. Some of you guys maybe have heard of them. Some of you guys maybe use them. Maybe you've got restaurants that deliver for them, and that's fine. But the bottom line is, my goal with Snap Delivered and Paul's goal with Snap Delivered is to put delivery.com out of business, to put Grubhub and Uber and DoorDash out of business. And that's a lot of wood to chop. And we're going to need people who are extremely well trained to be able to help us disrupt this massive $200 billion industry by 2025. And you can be a big part of it, guys. Even if you have no experience, bottom line, when you're pitching a restaurant on saving $72,000 a year, it's a pretty easy pitch. You want to make sure you're trained. You want to make sure you have the right marketing tools and materials, which you literally can get all of that from us. We have all the marketing strategies, everything in place. We'll tell you what to say, how to say it. We'll help you on your first few restaurant pitches. And the bottom line is, once you get it down, it's a land grab. You can get as many restaurants as you want, as fast as you want. You can onboard as many drivers as you want, as fast as you want. And you can definitely get as many customers as you want, as fast as you want. We're delivering more than just food. Eventually, we'll deliver groceries. We'll deliver pharmaceuticals, if somebody needs their medications. We'll deliver anything that people need delivered. And I know right now more than ever, coming out of this pandemic, going on, literally with what's going on around the globe right now, with the way gas prices are skyrocketing, we've got the opportunity to deliver freedom. We're delivering what matters most to you and your family in a snap. And to kind of close things out, I've got a guest that I'm going to bring on, and he is basically our reason for the season, is what I say. He's the founder, and he actually helped me expand my delivery business back in southeastern United States a couple years ago. And when he first started, he always wanted to change the model. And we built the same as Uber, DoorDash, and Grubhub. And I just said, man, we're doing $20-30 million a year, charging 30% to our restaurants. I don't want to change the model. And then finally, he kept talking to me about it for over a year and a half. And he's like, what if we just start a new model from scratch? And we really set it up to disrupt this industry. And he finally got me to see that picture. And that's the difference between someone like me. I'm pretty, I guess, kind of by the book. I'm not that outside the box. I find a model that works. I see if I can find a niche in that model, and I just attack it over and over and over again. And there's nothing right or wrong about that. But Paul's a visionary. He's somebody that looks at how can I disrupt an entire industry? And that's a big difference. The way I build business, how can I take a little piece of this massive industry? And again, there's nothing right or wrong about that. But if you've got Paul's vision, and instead of just peeling off a little crumb of an industry, you're going, let me disrupt the industry like Netflix disrupted Blockbuster video. Like CDs and iPods and tapes were disrupted by the smartphone that now all of our music library sits on. When you can disrupt an entire industry, it's life-changing, not just for yourself, but for thousands of people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of people if we do this the right way. So without further ado, to share his vision, to share how we are where we are today, I want to introduce our CEO, my good friend and mentor, and our founder, Mr. Paul Michael.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
That's funny. I was sitting here going, okay, Tony's going to want me to put this video on. Then there's no button to turn my video on my phone, which is probably best for everyone involved anyway. But so I really appreciate all the nice things Tony said about me. So if you're brand new tonight and you're looking at our company and you're like, okay, well, first of all, they screwed up putting a link out. That was all me. You can't blame that on anyone else in the company but me. I sent the wrong one to someone and they put it out. Like what I would explain to you is this: like, as a company, we're growing, like phenomenally growing. Like we usually the first couple of weeks, Tony will tell you, first couple of months, we probably had 30 or 40 people that got on a training call on a Tuesday night. We had a couple hundred people that were interested and excited. They were gung-ho, they were fired up, but they didn't really know what they were fired up and gung-ho about, because we didn't have an app in the beginning back in July, but we had an idea. And when Tony talks about disruption, you got to have people that have the skill set that Tony has to temper people like me. I am ready to go. I just go. I just build things. I just know how to do that part of it. But you've got to have the infrastructure. You've got to have the people that know what they're doing. And Tony built a company. He says I helped out, but it's really essentially it was his company. And I got started. I didn't understand delivery, and they built it from nothing. And I mean, they built it from nothing. They built it from an idea that somebody else had that was kind of starting. This was before Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub. Any of these companies were spending hundreds of millions of dollars to get advertising done for these restaurants to take all this stuff. And so I didn't understand delivery when Tony talked to me about it. When Tony said, hey, and his partner Mike said, hey, we're thinking about getting into delivery, I was like, I thought we were all doing well. I didn't know why we were getting into delivery. But the more I understood it, the more I figured out the way things change. And it's funny to me right now in our company, we're going through a change. We were using one app. Now we're switching to a new app. And I promise you, what we have coming right now is light years ahead of what we had. And what we have coming down the road will be light years of where we're at now. And we're going to keep changing and keep changing. Like, I was thinking about it the other day. My grandparents passed away about 20 years ago. My last grandmother, she's 93. She just passed away about a week ago. And I thought about my grandparents that have been gone for 20 years and what would happen if they kind of went back to the future and they were here and they saw a phone. And I told my grandfather, hey, you know what? If I told my grandfather 25 years ago when he passed, guess what? You can get your food ordered just by pushing a button on your phone. They would have thought I was drinking on drugs or something. But things change and things get better and things evolve. And where our company is at is it's such an amazing place. And if people are looking for opportunity in America, and at 22 years old, I was looking for an opportunity, and I was looking for an opportunity that was something different. I'm telling you, what Tony and I put together, along with our other partners, along with other leadership in the company, is just bar none one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. And I've done some pretty good things. I built a company that was disruptive in the gold buying industry. About 10 years ago, gold prices spiked. People wanted to sell their gold, but they didn't really want to go to a pawn shop. They didn't really want to go to a jewelry store. And I had owned both of those types of businesses. And I said, you know what? What if we do an in-home party where people can bring their gold? Women would feel comfortable going over to their friend's house. Instead of doing a Tupperware party, we'd have people bring their gold. We ended up buying $1 million a week in gold between Canada, Puerto Rico, and sometimes it was way more than $1 million a week. And it wasn't because I was smart. It was because I found a way to disrupt an industry that wasn't doing the right thing, wasn't making people feel comfortable. That's what we're doing with what we have right now. And it's exciting to see. It's exciting to have brand new people come in and go, well, I don't know. Like, I'm scared. I'm just scared. I don't know if I can go talk to a restaurant. And then to see on Facebook where they're like, oh my God, I got 2 restaurants. I can't believe this. Or we get an email that says, I got 15 restaurants that are ready to go. I talked to my friend that was excited about this. I was telling one of my partners this afternoon at lunch, I said, I've done a lot of businesses. I've never had a business where as many people were fired up and excited about it without trying to find everything wrong with it. Now, are there issues that we have on a daily basis? Absolutely. But we get those issues taken care of. We get people like a Bill Hoffman that's been in the industry in direct sales for years and years and years, who goes, you know what? He told me today, he goes, I'm more passionate about this than a lot of people that are in the company. And he's been in the industry. He could be burnt out. He could be like, I'm not doing this. You know, I've already made a lot of money in my life. But he looks at this and goes, you know what? This is going to be $100 billion company if we do it right. There's no guarantees, but it could be. Because we're going up against an industry that right now, I don't even know exactly what it is, but I think they said I know a statistic, they said by 2025, it'll be a $200 billion industry, delivery. And it's, why not us take a piece of that pie? Why not our company and people that are driven, that are excited, that are extremely, extremely well trained? And that's what we're working on. We've been working on our tech. We've been getting those things right. Those things are coming together on a daily basis. We're making changes. We're getting it better. We've invested a ton of money into this, but we've got some people that know what they're doing. When it comes to corporate, we've got Tony that knows how to help put things together. I've got Garrett Hagan, that's our CFO. And let me tell you something. I'm looking to fire myself as CEO as soon as I possibly can. Because I promise you, I'm not ego driven. When it comes to things, I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm not good at. I'm good at doing the driving. I'm good at putting things together. But I promise you, I will get myself out of the way the minute I find the person that's better at being a CEO than I am. Because I know what I love to do. I love to inspire people. I love to motivate people. I love to take people and say, you know what? You can be more than you want to be, or you can be more than you have been. Because I'll tell you this, I started out at 22 years old. About a year before that, I was homeless. And I don't say that to get you to feel sorry for me because it was all my fault. But I was 17 years old. I had parents that were amazing. And I rebelled. I was one of those people that I didn't want to follow authority. I didn't want to listen to anybody else. And whether my parents were right or I was right, it didn't matter. At 17 years old, I moved out of my parents' house. And I ended up being homeless for a while. I slept in one of my friend's dad's back of his van. I bounced around on couches of people at our church as I was growing up. But at 22, I was lucky enough to meet some people, not just one, a group of people, but mainly one, that said, you know what, Paul, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you got. some of you are in your 50s and 60s, and maybe you're disillusioned, or you've had a bad time, or you've put your time and energy and your faith into things that didn't work out. And you're sitting around going, you know what? I want another shot. I want another chance. I got something left in the tank. And I look at this company as not my swan song. I look at this as a company that not only will change the way delivery is done forever, but it'll change the way people are treated. I think too many times, and I said this on a call the other day, that technology is fine, but you can never forget people are involved. And I think some of these big tech companies, sometimes they forget that. They're like, oh, who cares about the people involved? But guess what? The users that are going to use and order the food, those are human beings. The people that are working in the restaurants that are paying that 15 to 30% when they don't have to or shouldn't, those are real human beings. The bottom lines in their business, that they support our local community. And I look at this and I go, you know what? If we can find a way to help the restaurants, we can find a way to help the customers. A customer can pay $10 a month and get unlimited delivery. And then we can bring another service to them and another service to them and another service to them. My goal is to get it towards $30 a month unlimited. And you have everything you get everything delivered. And when I say everything delivered, I'm not just talking physical things. There will be technology things that we'll be able to deliver to people that nobody else is able to deliver to from a network like we have. So it's about building a network of people that are extremely well trained. I'm starting a series next week with a group of people, one at 8 o'clock in the morning and 1 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the Eastern. And I was going to do it for 10 at a time. I think I'm going to do it for all the people that have chosen that. And it's going to be not just training about, hey, here's how you go talk to a restaurant. Probably very little of that, to be honest with you. But I want to train people, hey, you know what? This is how you recognize the personality of someone you're working with. So many people that I want to manage, I want to train a group of people, but they don't even know how to manage and train themselves. They don't know how to motivate themselves to get up in the morning and go to work. How many of us can find reasons on a daily basis to do everything but work? I tell people all the time, I'm temporarily motivated to be permanently lazy. Temporarily motivated to be permanently lazy. I can go all out for 2 to 3 years. But after 2 to 3 years, I'm burnt. And I know myself, but I know what my goal is. I know where this company needs to be in the next couple of years. And we're not going to get there on accident. We're going to get there by design. And it's funny, I have people on a daily basis go, well, you should do this. Well, you should do this, or you should change this, or you should do this different. And it's like, you know what? I have to keep going. Okay, some of those ideas are amazing. We use them. And tonight, you're seeing a brand new slideshow for our PowerPoint that Andrew Porter, one of the gentlemen in the company, put together. And it's great. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's a far cry from what Tony and I did a couple months ago. And so it's gotten better and it's gotten better. And we're not ego driven to the point where we won't take suggestions. But there's sometimes I got to go, no, guys, let's get back on track. Here's the prize. This is where we're going. And so if you've ever wanted a company that not only cared about how much money the company can make, which I really don't care how much money our company makes, because I know when you do the right thing, you take care of the right people, and people are happy and they're satisfied and they're fulfilled and they feel like they're a part of something, you can change the world. And I know that sounds crazy. Some of you are going, I just thought y'all were a delivery company. Yes, but I wouldn't be doing this if this was just a delivery company. This is about helping people in my mind. I was talking to one of Bill Hoffman and I were talking about before we got on the call. And, he's like, he was telling me some things he thought, and I value his friendship and I value his direction a lot of times. And, I said, in my head, we were talking about, the direction of the company and the branding and what we really want to put out there. And I really, truly believe that this company is not just about delivery. It's about people first. It's about human beings making that connection, giving good service. You have drivers that are getting taken advantage of by other companies on a daily basis, trying to pay them the least amount they possibly can. And I mean, let me tell you something. Some of these big companies want to get to drone delivery and get rid of drivers as quick as they possibly can so they don't have that expense. And I get that. That's a great business plan. But guess what? You're dealing with real people. Why not try to make it so that you can help them? Why not give drivers the ability to make more money, be able to refer other people, refer restaurants, refer other companies? Our drivers are very important to us. there's 4 aspects to our company. There's restaurants, there's drivers, there's customers, and then there's you. If you get to decide you want to be a part of what we're doing as an independent business owner, and you want to build the company, you want to get involved with the training, and you want to be a person that's involved with something great, that's what we're looking for. So I don't want to take any more of your time tonight. We wanted to do an overview. We got amazing people that do overviews, like Bill Hoffman, Julius Weems. But I'm just telling you, we've been building this thing for the last 6 to 8 months. It's on the launch pad, and we're starting to go up. We haven't hit full orbit yet, but we're on our way. And it's getting better every single day. The excitement is growing. Last night, we had the most people we've ever had on a Taco Tuesday training. And it's going to do nothing but get bigger and better every single day. If you want to be a part of that, you get to. And you get to decide how much of a part of you want to be in. Tony said it earlier. You want to go out and get 1,000 restaurants, go do it. You want to go out and get 1 million customers, go do it. There's nobody going to tell you that you can't do something in this company as long as it's within our ethical reins and we make sure that people do the right thing. I don't let people get all over each other, treat each other like garbage. But I had a guy tell me today, he goes, you know what I love about your company is that people are wanting to help each other, whether there's a financial incentive for them or not. Tony and I, and I'll leave you with this quick story. Tony and I were involved in a company. I'd been a little longer than he had in the company, and he calls me a mentor, which is probably true to a certain extent. But Tony and I worked in a company. I never made a dime off of what Tony did. It didn't matter. Tony went out and bet $1 million in volume and created sales teams all over the country and all these different things. But you know what? I spent my time working with the people that Tony had. I would travel to his city of Wichita, Kansas. And I promise you, there was no other reason I was going to Wichita, Kansas, except to help someone like Tony. It wasn't on purpose, I promise you. But having people like Tony, and then he would do the same thing for me. He would come and train my people. And now 20 plus years later, because of the trust and the caring and the understanding that we have of each other, we put together a business that we know, like, listen, we get into our little squabbles, we have disagreements, but when you get down to the core, we know that we're out to help each other. We know that we can trust each other in the long run. And you can't say that about a lot of people in the world. So you've got people that care about each other, and you've got a business that is already booming. And it's like some people go, I don't know if the delivery business will work. It's already working. It just matters if you're going to be a part of it. And I hope you make that decision. And if you do, great. If you don't, let people know about us, order some food, use the app. But I promise you, you're going to hear about Snap Delivered again. And I hope you're with us when you hear about it and not watching it on a ticker tape or some kind of huge party that we have somewhere around the world. So I appreciate you getting on tonight. I hope Tony and I did a good enough job of imparting what's going on. And I hope you take a chance. And if this isn't what you're looking for, go find something that makes you get up with a passion every single day and drives you to be the best you can be. I appreciate your time, guys. Thanks, and have a great night.